Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video today. We'll be talking about clear signs that you can recognize in your life that you are ascending or that you are starting to live in what we call the fifth dimensional consciousness. So we can name it the new earth, that you are ascending from the old earth and you are starting to live in the new earth. So what we know as the old earth and the new earth are two completely different paradigms, two completely different states of consciousness. And between one and another is a great shift in awareness. So often when we start expanding our awareness, firstly we start to recognize how many unhealthy habits and behaviors we've developed in our lives. And that is a moment of a great confusion because we start questioning ourselves why we've allowed ourselves to do that. So often people feel confused when they go through that process of awakening, but at the same time it becomes much easier to change habits, to change certain behaviors, to change certain beliefs, because we are not attached to the outcome so much anymore, but rather we feel encouraged to know ourselves better. We feel encouraged to live our lives more purposefully and more intentionally. So we become truly aware of what are our intentions for our daily lives and for our daily things we are doing every single day. And that's what is leading us to a greater awakening. So my friends, today I'm sharing with you painting brave as a line, which is representing that great idea of awakening, which requires a lot of bravery, to tap into your heart and to step beyond the ideas and beliefs of separation, old beliefs, old concepts of how life is working, everything religion has told us and everything the system has distracted us, like how we're supposed to live, who we actually are, and so on. It requires a lot of bravery and trust to overcome those limitations, so we can tap deeper into our greatest potentials and we can emerge from that, like in the spirit of transformation every single day, because you are meant to experience that. So the first sign that you are starting to live in the fifth dimension or the new earth is that daily life will become like truly often your daily life will become more joyful, will become filled with love and wonder. Like whatever you will be doing, it will feel like spontaneously you're experiencing joy. Spontaneously you're experiencing lightness. You're experiencing flow. Spontaneously you're experiencing love for life, love for yourself, love for animals, love for anything which is present with you. Everything is happening spontaneously. And if you're experiencing it more and more often, it means that you're ascending onto that fifth dimensional consciousness where you're becoming more and more and more aware and less attached. You're recognizing that life is filled with wonder. And less we are caught in certain beliefs and concepts, more we can sense the wonder of life. More we can sense that each moment is actually bringing us new miracles. And that is a completely new state of awareness, completely new state of consciousness. If you can find yourself in that state where in daily life, spontaneously, you're experiencing more joy, more lightness, more love, more happiness, more flow state, it means that you are ascending onto that fifth dimensional consciousness. To fully ascend there, it means that we are always living in that state. But because energy is still disturbing, There's still a lot of ups and downs, a lot of those bumpings. For now, it's still not possible. For most people, it's not possible to live there all the time. Therefore, we are experiencing a lot of those mood shifts and energy shifts. We feel aligned and we feel not so aligned, we feel joyful and we feel fearful, and so on. But just be aware that it's a natural process of alignment, natural process of aligning ourselves to new frequencies. So give it a time and be kind to yourself, be your greatest friend, and always expect the good things coming, always. The second sign that you are ascending, or that you are starting to live in the fifth dimensional consciousness or the new earth, is that the heavy negative issues or wounds you're carrying from the past are releasing much easily, and you can move through that healing process more quicker. It's much easier to go through those painful wounds from your past. Every time you experience a certain fear or anger or frustration from your past, it is not so intense anymore. Or even if it is intense, it's much easier for you to move through it. It's much easier to find the lesson in it. It's much easier to learn from it. And it's much easier to recognize what to change in your life, to let go of it. Before yesterday's videos, and in yesterday's videos about the full moon, which was present yesterday, and the energy which is still present today, we were talking a lot about how important it is right now to let go of everything which is not serving us anymore. To let go of everything which is lowering down our vibration, so we can become the truest versions of ourselves, without any blocks, without any wounds, without anything which is pulling us off. How important it is to let go of it. And if you can find yourself that it is becoming easier and easier to recognize what is not in alignment with yourself anymore, and to let go of that, and to do that internal healing and cleansing, and to know what to change, it means that you are ascending, or that you are starting to live in that fifth dimensional consciousness. And I'm truly happy for you. I'm truly happy for you, because it is a beautiful process, but at the same time it is often a painful process, because we are letting go of something which we thought that is a part of us. We are letting go of a certain identity, we are letting go of the ego, and often it feels like we are losing part of ourselves. So take it easy and take time for doing that. The third sign that you're starting to live in fifth dimension is that physically you're experiencing the world is becoming more beautiful, and with your five senses you're experiencing more of that beauty. It feels like the nature is becoming more beautiful. Your connection with animals is increasing on empathic level, but also on physical level. It feels like you're attracting animals towards you in a positive way, like dogs, cats, cows, or whoever. It feels like you are positively affecting them. And it's a beautiful experience. Butterflies and birds are not feeling so in danger in your presence. So if you're feeling that, it means that your energy is becoming much, much more kinder and more positive. Therefore, you're not negatively affecting on your environment anymore. And everything is becoming more how could we say it? More kind, more positive, more beautiful. So if you're sensing with your five senses the nature around you, the world around you in more positive way, like everything is becoming more beautiful, more colorful, it means that you're ascending onto that greater level of being. So it doesn't mean that you're not seeing the negative things that are happening, but you know that maybe with your physical actions you can't change what is happening. So you're not focusing so much on what you can't change, but you're recognizing that maybe you can generate a greater energy which could heal the parts of the world. Maybe you can do something with your body which can help somebody to raise their vibrations. Maybe you can do, you sense something you can do to raise the energy around you. Those are all the signs that you're waking up to that fifth dimensional consciousness. The fourth sign is that time in your life is becoming more fluid, more eternal, and you're becoming more and more aware that time is actually an illusion. It feels often like when we're doing something where we're enjoying, or when we're doing something creatively, like for example when I'm painting, I completely lose the sense of time. Never before it was happening to me. Well, maybe when I was doing sports, but it was again a thing where I was enjoying a lot. But if people are not experiencing things through happiness and joy, they feel like time is moving slow. Until they look back and they say, oh, 1 year passed by like it wouldn't exist. But when we recognize that every time when we are joyful, every time when we are present, every time when we are passionate about something, every time when we are meditating, for example, you lose yourself in meditation and suddenly you experience time completely differently. How often it happened to you that you've experienced something mystical during meditation? You thought like it is happening for 10, 20, 30 minutes, but actually it happened in 2 minutes. That's where we start to recognize that time is an illusion, and every time we shift our consciousness, we experience time differently. That's where we recognize that there's something weird when it comes to time. And when we start to become more aware of it, we completely shift our consciousness. We recognize that life is truly not just about going through life and aging. It's about how we choose to experience life, what we allow ourselves to learn from life, and what we let ourselves to give, or how we let ourselves to express what we've learned so we can help others to evolve, to recognize that there is no sense to be afraid of aging, of dying, or whatever, all possible fears we have about losing life, about getting old and so on. It's all an illusion. We recognize that there's something much greater than that. There's everything connected to experiences we are gaining. We are here as souls to learn from life. Life is a school, and we are here to learn from what we are experiencing. That's where we let go of all the fears and we open ourselves for the greater lessons that life is offering to us. If you're experiencing that, it means that you're getting or slowly starting to live in that fifth dimensional consciousness, or on the new earth. The fifth sign is that you will consistently have unexplained synchronicities, or experiences which we could call also miraculous manifestations or miraculous experiences. And it is starting to happening regularly or consistently. Like you're experiencing more and more and more unexplained synchronicities. Like you're experiencing miracles and they're becoming more and more frequent. If that is happening to you, I'm so happy for you, because you're ascending and your energy is becoming more and more pure, you're becoming more and more aligned, and the feedback that the universe is giving you for your great work of healing is that you are experiencing those beautiful synchronicities. Manifestations are coming to you faster than ever. I'm often seeing in the comments people which are saying, hey, I'm manifesting things faster than ever. Like I'm experiencing more and more miracles than ever before. And when I see that, I'm smiling, because I see, well, that's so beautiful to see that people are aligning themselves. Like for so long we've been living life like forcing things so badly. When something was not working, we've tried to force everything. But then we find out that the greatest thing starts happening when we stop forcing, but rather just be. And we start living our lives more purposefully. We take care of our passions, and we recognize, well, how could we serve with what we are passionate about? That's where we stop forcing things, but rather we just allow things to happen. Rather than forcing things, we do more of what we love to do, and that's where we lose the sense of time, and we start to flow with life. We start to flow with that prana which is moving through us. And when we start doing that, it feels like miracles just start to appear in our lives. So, my friends, this is amazing. If that is happening to you, that's truly amazing. If it is not happening to you, don't worry about it. Just recognize, are you still doing more of the things you don't want to do than the things you would love to do? Are you aware of what you love to do? Pay more attention to what you truly love to do in your life, to what is truly bringing you joy in your life, and do more of that. And then ask yourself, could I help others? Could I serve others somehow, some way, with what I'm truly passionate about? And become more aware of it. Write things down. How could I make a living? What are the ways I could make a living from what I'm passionate about? And make some researches. Start researching those things, and you will see that life will start guiding you into the directions where you will stop worrying about making money, because suddenly things will make sense. You will decide, well, I want to get that in return for my service, and the universe will provide. You will decide, well, I want to get this in return, and the universe will provide, because you are doing your best. You're serving, you're generating your unique energy, you're emanating your unique energy, and that's beautiful. The sixth sign that you are starting to live in fifth dimension, or the new earth, is that you are starting to know and feel that you're divinely guided. Like I always say to you, you sense the divine compass, your intuition is increasing. You feel like there's a force guiding you. Doesn't matter if you're moving through challenging times or through beautiful times, you always sense like there's a force which is guiding you. And when you lose that force or that sense that there is something which is guiding you, you just need to recharge your batteries. You feel like your body needs to recharge. There's always a force which is guiding you, but once we get tired, we need to recharge our batteries. We need to take care of our sleep. But you feel like there's a force which is guiding you. Sometimes it feels like you've just guided to a certain information, to a certain video, to a certain book, and you've guided to the right people, and the right people are guided to you, and the right lessons are guided to you, and sometimes challenges are appearing in your life because you need to learn something from them, and you recognize, well, everything is happening in my life for that special reason. If you are that aware, it means that you are slowly starting to live on that new earth where everything just makes sense, where we are more present than ever, more conscious than ever, and everything seems to be beautiful. Everything seems to be meaningful. And there is no space for fear anymore because we've overcome it. There is no space for anger anymore because we don't need it anymore. There is no space for forcing things anymore because everything is constantly flowing. We become more like a water, a gentle stream of water, and we just flow. And we know where we are flowing, and we allow things to happen. We start to live our lives more intentionally. We have intentions. We use our minds for creating. So we are not judging, oh, you can't have this because it will make you a bad person. You can't have this. You just allow things to come. If you want to experience something, allow things to come to you. Do not judge things. Do not compare things. That's the old concept. That's the old model. On that new earth, on that new level of consciousness, we just allow things to happen. And it requires a lot of cleansing from everything which is saying to us that it's not possible. From everything which is saying to us that we are not worthy of that. From everything negative, everything which is opposite of what we would love to experience. We need to heal ourselves from all those old concepts, and that's the process that we are actually doing right now. So my friends, I'm wishing you the most beautiful healing. May it happen for you with greater ease and greater flow. So I'm also wishing you a great level of abundance and health in your life, and I'm sending you lots of love, lots of blessings, and lots of power. I hope you've enjoyed today's painting, and if you would love to learn to paint with me, go and check out my other YouTube channel. Link is in the description below. Art Time is the name of it. And thanks to everyone for supporting my art in my Etsy shop. I Draw My Passion. You're all truly appreciated. Till next time, one love.